Hi, I'm Gustavo Zayas. Welcome to the Sacred Music Guy channel. I'd like to talk to you about sacred music. This video is part of a series on the 5 questions of sacred music: who, what, when, where, and why. Today's presentation is on when. For this round of when, the question is, when do you sing sacred music? That's a very general question with a very general answer. The answer would be, of course, whenever you want. But it's never as easy as that for you music directors listening in. Let's explore what that question really means and how I believe you, as a music director, should start thinking about it, and how to come up with a proper answer for those moments when you need to have an answer. Let's begin. I'm going to remind everyone that when I'm talking about sacred music, I mean music for the Catholic Mass. But doesn't that mean that whenever we have a Mass, we also have sacred music? Aren't we done yet? Not remotely. In case you didn't know, Mass is celebrated in some form every day of the year. The church calendar, or the liturgical calendar, has a specific Mass with specific readings for each day. There are some days when a general Mass may be said, some days when a specific Mass may be said, and some days when a specific Mass must be said. All of these are contained in the Roman Missal, of course. Masses are ranked by importance. The level of solemnity of the celebration coincides with its importance. This means that lower rank Masses are celebrated with less solemnity, and higher rank Masses are celebrated with more solemnity. We do need to go over the definition of the word solemnity. Solemnity comes from the word solemn, which Merriam-Webster defines as, number 1, marked by the invocation of a religious sanction. Number 2, marked by the observance of established form or ceremony. And the next part, number 3, is divided into 3 subsections. So 3A, awe-inspiring or sublime. 3B, marked by grave sedateness and earnest sobriety. And 3C, somber or gloomy. A link to the definition is below in the description. You need to hear this. When the church uses the word solemn or solemnity, it does not mean gloomy. Okay? Experience has taught me that that needs to be clarified. Let's look at the ranks of Masses and see how they can help us to answer today's question. The lowest rank of Mass is the Feria, also known as the Ferial Weekday Mass. This is the regular weekday Mass, which is not marked by any special occasion on the liturgical calendar. There are a set of readings assigned for that day, and sometimes optional readings may be used. You'll recognize a ferial Mass by these characteristics. The Gloria and the Creed are not sung, and there's only one reading before the Gospel. Also, there's usually no music, although that doesn't mean to say that music is prohibited. Okay? The next rank up is the seasonal feria, or the seasonal ferial Mass. This is similar to the ferial Mass, but it includes the specific name of the season. The seasons that are recognized for these seasonal feria Masses are the season of Advent, the season of Christmas, the season of Lent, and the season of Easter. Okay, the characteristics are virtually the same as the ferial Mass. The next rank up is the memorial Mass. This is a Mass commemorating one of the lesser saints. Memorial Masses are optional and are usually observed only in specific places, perhaps where the saint being commemorated is especially recognized. In those cases, music is sometimes used. This Mass shares the other characteristics as the feria and seasonal feria. The next rank up is the feast or feast day. This is the second highest rank of Mass. Feast days deal with the lesser events in the life of Jesus, the Virgin Mary, the apostles, or the greater saints. feast days of the Lord that happen to fall on Sunday during ordinary time replace that particular Sunday. On feast days, the Gloria is sung. The readings are proper to that Mass, and music is encouraged. Think of a typical Sunday. Sundays are considered feasts, and on Sundays, not only do we sing the Gloria, we also sing the Creed. Okay? The highest rank of Mass is the solemnity with a capital S. A solemnity commemorates a major event in the life of Jesus, the Virgin Mary, or the saints of universal importance. During Christmas time and ordinary time, if a solemnity falls on a Sunday, it replaces that Sunday. On solemnities, the Gloria, the Creed, the Gloria and the Creed are sung. The readings are proper to that Mass, and on some solemnities, a sequence is sung before the Gospel. At solemnities, music is not only encouraged, it's all but required. Now that's a lot of information. So what do you do with it? For the purpose of this video, I'm going to recommend you start thinking about a sliding scale relating to the quantity of music. Your feria and seasonal feria are going to be on the side of the scale with the least quantity of music. And your solemnity is going to be on the side of the scale with the most quantity of music. In the middle, you'll have memorials and feast days. And of course, this will be different based on each parish and the vision of the pastor, the musical vision of the pastor. So your answer to the question of when do you sing sacred music should begin by acknowledging that you follow the church's liturgical calendar. So you might say, I sing a lot of sacred music on solemnities. I sing some sacred music on feast days and occasionally on memorials. And maybe I don't usually attend ferial weekday masses, but when I do, I sing one verse of Immaculate Mary. Or you could keep it very concise and say something like, I sing sacred music when it is liturgically appropriate to do so within the context of the parish I happen to be in. So that wraps up this first series of rounds concerning the 5 questions of sacred music. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it and you got something out of it. I'd like to hear some feedback, and I hope to make more videos in the coming weeks and months, answering different questions, but also addressing topics that I think need to be talked about. Stay tuned, especially you music directors working in the Catholic Church, and also anyone who is interested in sacred music and what the Church has to say about it. Okay, if you found this presentation useful for you and your music ministry, please like, subscribe, and share. If you are in Miami, Florida, please consider visiting the Cathedral of St. Mary. Until next time, this is your Sacred Music Guy. Keep it sacred.